What are you filling out right now?
Right now I'm putting in, other boss monsters like Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, Black BLS.
Nice. You playing Quasar?
Absolutely. What else would I play? What about you? What do you got?
Magic Cylinder, Mirror Force. You gonna put in Fake Trap to protect those?
Obviously.
Hey man.
You're not recording it, shit.
Yeah, he is.
All right. So, unfortunately, I got to buy the first round, which I mean, I still got to win for it, but it's like I want to play. Second round was Grand Manju FTK, or Grand Manju Danger FTK. And the guy already beforehand was talking about how he already has his invite. So I was like, oh shit, this guy's probably gonna be really good. So I'm gonna lose. So he wins the die roll. He goes, okay, you can go first. Oh, he doesn't know what's about to happen. So I play the combo, and he looks at the timer and goes, that took you like 10 minutes to do. And he tries to play through it, and I flip over the anti-spell fragrance and the different dimension ground, and he goes, game 2, I guess. Game 2, I can't play through his stuff. I didn't get the Dark Rule no more. And then game 3, I get the Prohibition, play it down right before the 5th summon. Nibiru puts his hand down immediately because he had it, and go, all right, right? Tries to play through it again. Doesn't work. Take the match. And he just like, that's some really jank shit. I'm just like, don't worry, man. I know this doesn't take skill to play.
I detected the salt when you guys were talking.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. And then next game I played Heroes. He won the die roll. He went first. Lost the first game. Second game I got to go off the full combo. He didn't have any responses. Match 3, game 3, I'm going second now. So I'm like, all right, I'll side in my Hate True Nades and my Dark Rule no more, and I'll just pray that I get them. Pray that I get them. I open with the Galaxy Serpent, Soul Eating Overraptor, 2 Hate True Nades, Dark Ruler no more, draw into the Called by the Grave, and it mattered. It mattered. He tried to ash me. I went through, and it's funny because I've never gotten Quasar game 2 until I've gotten like the Dark Rulers and all that kind of stuff. So I get there on the end board, and I've sided out all the other boss monsters and traps, and I was like, what do I do now? I went, oh yeah, I can attack.
So my game 1, I got pretty salty because my opponent had every single magical card he needed to win. Oh, I have 2 impermanents, and I have Twin Twisters, and I have all these things to like, as soon as he got to go, anything I could set up through his impermanences and his Ash Blossom, I couldn't do anything. So I was a bit pissed, and I kind of felt that's how the whole day was going to go, but that's not how the day was going to go. I won my next 2 games decisively. I had a really good match against a Musketeers player that was really back and forth and perfect. And the lock that I've created between the Electromite, the Time Star Magician, and the Time Pendulum Graph won me that game. And then I played Majolte, whatever, for the first time. And the first time he body bagged me because I had no idea what I was dealing with or looking at. And then I body bagged him twice in a row. It's like, yeah, okay, I know what you're doing now. And then, yeah, man, again, the Time Pendulum Graphs, Time Star Magician, Electromite kind of feedback loop has proved big time, and nobody has known what to do with it. And every time I flip the Time Pendulum Graph, they have to read it. They're like, I don't know what this does. So yeah, what's old is new, and what's old is sweeping the nation. I think it's gonna be 8 rounds. 7 rounds. We're only in the 3rd, and we're at lunch, so we're gonna eat, snack, rest, and then top. And then see what we can do.
7? Okay, so now we got the X2s. This is interesting stuff. All right, 7th place, Darian Simmons. And in 8th place, Dylan Giancola.
What? Yes! Yes! I did it! I did it! You won't stop! I did it! Leo! Come here, buddy! I did it! I did it!
Yeah, I just
Raise your hand when your form is filled out.
Alright, so we are finally home after hanging out with Josh.
Oh, thank God.
For a little while, because I'm not going to get to see him for quite a while. So, Things didn't go exactly as well I had hoped, but they still went fairly well, all things considered. So the night before, I had panicked, and I was changing the deck last minute, and that ended up costing me because I put stuff in I wasn't familiar with, and again, locked myself out of my pendulum scales, and little things like that. But I ended up 4 and 3, right?
Yeah, there's 7
Yeah.
rounds.
4 and 3. So next time, I need to remember that not to panic, relax, and just stay with what I've practiced with and not overthink it. Like, you are cool as water, calm as Hindu cows, just not a care in the world.
I was like, man, you just need to let calm. There's no reason to stress. You're just gonna like suck yourself out, man. It's gonna be all right.
And to an extent, that's what happened.
Yeah.
But I have to take away some positives. Number one, the lock and strategy that I had put in specifically to give the deck a grind game worked exactly like how I wanted it to. Time Pendulum Graphs, Time Star Magician, and more importantly, every time I did that, I won the game. Every single time. And the problem is, the putting in the long game hurt its explosiveness in the beginning. I would figure that 3 to 4 negates plus the time loop would be enough, and often it's not, unfortunately. And another thing I thought was very odd is I side deck and prepared and studied like the meta decks, Sky Striker, Orcus, Thunder Dragons. I played exactly 0 of those decks.
You had your system downs for nothing.
Yeah, I had my System of a Downs for no reason.
Come here.
Never got to use them. I think I only had to side in Lancia once, Red Reboot once, and most of the time I was just siding in Nibiru. So yeah. But the main event, who I got to watch, after I finished my matches, I would go and I would sit by the concessions so I could watch like a proud father as he dropped his big swinging Quasar dick on the table.
But yeah, like, really for me, I kind of have the reverse game plan as you. My biggest issue is like trying to like play around what they may have to like get out the gate and get the combo going. Even going so far as to sometimes like make them think that I'm playing dinosaurs or something, only to have them like sided properly and here's Quasar. What? Okay.
The amount of times you had to have that discussion was...
Yeah. And yeah, the amount of times I've had to have the oh yeah, my friends warned me that I might have to play you. I didn't want to play you. But then like once I end on the board, because it's the 2 Omni Negates, it's 1 to 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, which is a soft once per turn on all of its effects. And then just generic control with the Imperial Order, the Anti-Spell Fragrance, the Different Dimension Ground. Like once the board is set up, I don't have to think. And while that may sound like it takes no skill, sure, maybe like proceeding after I get the board takes no skill, but getting out of the gate is like where the craft and the art of playing the Quasar deck comes, especially because if I go turn 1 and I get the board, I'm going into game 2 blind. Why would they give me any information if they know they can't play through it?
Yeah. We were talking just a moment ago, and we figured that the only way you could get through the board once it's established is if you had Red Reboot and Raw Sphere Mode in the same hand. That's the only way.
Assuming that I don't have my Red Reboot.
Yeah, assuming he doesn't have one.
Yeah, because if you even Sphere Mode me, like I'm gonna have like 3 bodies, and one of them is gonna be like significant enough to where like with the generic control in the back row is gonna be good.
Yeah. So Imperial Order, Anti-Spell Fragrance, Different Dimension Ground. What are some of the other ones you're running?
Those are the only like control, like
okay.
for back row. Yeah, and then it's just like BLS, which is really just there for style to fill up the board. To going like second, it can like banish one of their like monsters, but like he's not there for that. He's just there for style. Also, if they sphere mode me, I can have that additional body. But I mean, yeah. The 2 Ultimate Cut Tyrannos, so you just Skull Dread. Cosmic Blazar Dragon, and the star of the show, big dick swinging Quasar.
What I think is so strange is like the attachment to Quasar from everybody. Everybody gravitated towards the fact that it was a Quasar deck.
Yeah, no one cared about Blazar.
Blazar negates normal summons and can just straight up negate your battle phase. Why does nobody care about Blazar?
Yeah, Blazar is better defensively, and Quasar is better offensively.
Mm-hmm.
The only really thing that Quasar has over Blazar defensively is the fact that his body doesn't leave the field. But under certain circumstances, when you're playing against certain decks with certain effects, the fact that Blazar's body leaves after it uses its Omni Negate can actually matter.
Yeah, it can be significant.
Yeah.
So one time I was playing Speed Droids and I had managed to get out the Cosmic Blazar. Somebody used a spell on me that returns banished cards to the deck, and he fucking returned Blazar after I'd used the negate, and I was like,
that's pretty solid.
Oh, you deserve that W.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a great play. But yeah, we had a great time, and what was really positive, I think, was the community that we have been a part of and been welcomed into, and how everybody kind of, even people you had beaten, had gathered behind you and rallied and really wanted to see you top the event.
Going into Game 7 told me, you cannot lose, you have to top.
Like, people were hyped for you. People you don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, never mind just me.
Yeah. The amount of people that I had to go to after every round to update got larger and larger as the day went on.
As the myth spread through the room.
Yeah.
It's funny because the first time you would play the Quasar, I would hear the murmurs down the table and it would spread.
In fact, when we were signing up, when we were filling out our registration forms, one of the guys who I had played at Galaxies was at the other table, and he was telling all of his friends that's the guy that plays Quasar Blazar.
I know. You're famous. Winnipeg is gonna be all Quasar.
It's gonna be. There's already one guy who goes, I need that deck list. I'm playing it.
We're gonna have the whole deck list up, and we're gonna he's gonna walk through the combo, new combo. It's a bit different than the first one we had.
And I'm going to walk through the changes that will be made come Master Rule 5Ds. So that'll be nice.
So if you'd like to see that, subscribe, congratulate Dylan below, and yeah, thank you everyone for watching.
That's right.